Hi, and welcome to my channel Pink Aries, where I will discuss tips and tricks for young breast cancer survivors. So today I wanted to just discuss where I'm at in my journey. I was doing some reflecting today and I decided to talk more about where I'm at in my journey, how far I've come in my journey, and I was actually doing that by reflecting in my journal. So at the beginning of my cancer journey, I started keeping a notebook. This notebook was keeping track of what the doctors told me, the different numbers, different appointments. But then I realized I needed something more. I needed to keep a journal. Doctors have a way of just giving us the numbers sometimes. They give us our numbers of our CA15 or something like that. And then they tell you, okay, don't worry about it. It's not, that crucial. But you kind of get this anxiety and this stress as those numbers go up and they go down like a roller coaster. So what I started to do was just started keeping a journal, writing in it how I felt, what was going on, because I felt like not only did I need to discuss how I am doing with my cancer journey, but part of the journey was my mental health, my physical health, my emotional health, and all these different things that aren't necessarily discussed completely. And I won't say it's never brought up at my doctor's office, but it's not discussed completely. So I had to get a way to get those emotions out, and I did that through journaling. I also did it through journaling because when I found out my case was expressing this to family members or loved ones that something was going on with you emotionally, was a little difficult because it was expressing that you're okay, but you're not okay, or that you're not okay, but that's okay. And I think it was just a matter of how to express that to your loved ones and to your family members without them sort of, what's wrong, or coddling you a little bit. And as a independent young person, that wasn't something that I was used to. So therefore, I would keep that to myself. I would keep the fact that maybe some days we'd have salty showers because, you're crying in the shower. I would kind of keep that to myself. Now, when I did need to address it with my doctors, I did. But again, the journal just kind of helped me to get it out and not hold it in, or to express it in a way that, again, just let it out without overwhelming or stressing out others around me. So, my journal. Today, I just kind of wanted to talk about my journal. I just wanted to kind of share what I was reading, because on November 11th, I was reading a journal entry that I had written. I was reading it to see where I was at then in my first year and where I'm at now into my second year. So I'm just going to read a little bit about it and kind of discuss it. So at this particular time, I had just did a interview with Methodist Hospital, and they featured it on their Facebook page. And I had also completed my first cancer walk run as a breast cancer survivor, and I met the most amazing women. It was a ThriveWell 1 mile walk, 5K run. I did walk. I did not run, but it gave me a great opportunity to get to know these amazing women. And afterwards, I ended up having breakfast. Went out to breakfast with one of them. We do still keep in touch. So that was what was going on at that time. Also, my blood pressure had been a concern. It had been high, so I was being monitored at that time. So one of the medications that I was on was keeping my blood pressure rather high or rather elevated. So we would find a couple of times I would just have to redo it or take it again, just to try to see if it was an accurate reading. Sometimes they would give, I actually opted into having the order of my blood pressure taken, because it was coming right after I was being poked for blood drawn, and I didn't know if that had effect on it, but we were monitoring it at that time. Also, my creatinine levels were high, which resulted in a 2-day hydration, 1-hour drip. So creatinine levels, this was because my kidneys, they were worried about my kidney function. And hydration, concern, yes, I could have been drinking more water than possibly what I was, but I was doing a whole lot of sweating, a whole lot of night sweats. I mean, just sweating constantly to where I know I was losing a lot of fluid. So my doctor had wanted to do a IV drip of just to put more fluids back into my body, and I had to do that 2 days for 1 hour. And afterwards I felt better. I didn't even know anything was wrong, but I felt more energized after getting that hydration IV. So I can say that it did help. Is my hydration level better? My kidneys functions are good. Hydration is not so good still. My doctor has suggested I drink 60 ounces of water per day, and I sometimes fall short on that. But I did get a suggestion to start drinking these drinks here. Okay, I don't know if you see it, but these are called Body Armor drinks. I think that is right there. These drinks are supposed to be similar to Gatorade, but they're not as sweet, which I really appreciated. But this is to help with my hydration level, and so far I have been consistent on drinking more water and drinking these, so that is great. Okay, also I noticed more vaginal wetness. There's no other way I could have said that just to come out and say vaginal wetness. I was trying to think of a word in my mind, but that's what my notes said. And hey, we're all going to experience it, or we have already experienced this. This is something I was experiencing due to the medications that I was on. And then also I was just getting started with walking for weight loss. I did gain some weight after having my fractured back. And this again was something that I was struggling with, is finding a workout that I could do and that was effective. Also, I was trying to get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. So with my medication and the night sweats and stuff like that, I really struggled with sleep. And when you experience mental fatigue, it is really hard to get through the day. I mean, to function or maneuver through your day. And I was finding myself being affected at work, multitasking, concentrating. I can honestly say now it's gotten better, but since this remote work, I work a lot harder than what I did before. And it's not because I'm doing more than what I did when I worked in the office, but I would have pushed myself away from my desk a lot more than what I do now. So I kind of find myself getting fatigued or tired and wanting to go to sleep, and it's just very sporadic, and I might wake up throughout the night. So sleep is definitely still a big factor for me. Where I'm at now, I could say that this journaling, I would highly suggest it to anyone either new to their cancer journey or have been going through it for a while. It's never too late to start. This has definitely helped me in my emotional and mental state, just keeping a log and being able to refer back to it. Because in the beginning, I really did not understand that what metastatic breast cancer was. And I slowly but surely put it together, you know, asking more questions. And now I'm understanding that this is forever. And I don't know why in my mind, but I just heard that saying in that movie that goes forever. Yes, I have asked questions more now about that because I want to know, how do I maneuver through life? You know, how do I prepare to maneuver through life with breast cancer, with metastatic breast cancer? So far right now, the different changes that I've noticed, I have noticed that my skin is changing a little bit more. I'm starting to get more blotches, darker spots in certain areas, particularly around my cheek area and maybe like my hairline. Speaking of hair, my hair is starting to thin. It is a little drier now than what it was before, and with that dryness becomes very tangled. I know I'm sensitive about it and I try not to be, but I know no one else notices it. I know it's more like, oh my goodness, you have a lot of hair in your head, or your hair is this or that. But because it's my hair and I know that there's a change and there's thinness and it comes out a little bit more in clumps when I comb it, brush it, that it's a big difference that I notice. So another thing I've noticed, skin changes. I know that it was going to be skin changes, but I have noticed that I have like little rash bumps on the back of my arms that were not there before, that I've noticed. And I think that's pretty much it. That's all the outward changes that I've noticed. Again, I am coming to grips with this, but journaling definitely did help. So keep a journal, keep a log, reflect on it, see how far you've come. It definitely will help you. Okay, hopefully this video was okay. I apologize, my camera went out. Look, we are trying with this we are technically challenged, I guess you would say, but I don't want to let my limitations on my capabilities to maneuver with technology prevent me from giving this message or this information out. I will do better to create more videos, but again, I wanted to make sure that we got this information out and just how important journaling has been in my life and where I'm at right now. So if you have any questions or you want to leave a comment, please do so, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Or if you have any tips that you found, or if you've experienced exactly what I'm talking about or what I've experienced, please let me know by giving a comment below. Okay, well, until next time, bye.